Hello and welcome to another one of my dungeon reviews. This is the third and final part of Dire Maul. This is the North Wing and it's called Gordok Commons. Minimum level 37, advised is 42 to 52. Start off picking up a quest which is to kill the last boss, King Gordok. Right, the first boss is almost straight away. It's called Mol'dar and it's a fairly straightforward kill. The only thing he does is when he's at low health, he'll emote and call for help, which will pull all the trash around him. So it's probably best to kill off the ads and the trash that are there before taking him. But otherwise, yeah, it's a fairly straightforward kill. There are 7 bosses in total in Gordok Commons. So nothing in particular to worry about with this boss, you just kill it. Right, following that, there's a little bit of trash before you get to the second boss. Which is just up ahead on the right. You can see it doing odd emotes every now and then, which is quite entertaining. The boss 2 is called Stomper Kreeg, and that's, again, fairly standard to kill at all. As long as you kill all the trash, you shouldn't pull any more mobs, and you just kill it down. Good old tank and spank's the way forward. After a tribute run, if you come back, this guy will be friendly, and you can buy beer from him, among other things, which is always a little bit entertaining. Boss 2 down, you then proceed to take a little bit more trash. There seems to be a pattern emerging. Right. So with this trash down, I thought it's a good point to have a look at just the design, some of the scenery here. And again, like with all the Dire Maul parts, considering how early on they were designed, Blizzard really have rather outdone themselves. You get this sense of vastness of space, which you don't really get with the dungeons. Anyway, there's a heap load more trash here before the boss, so if we just skip that. Boss number 3 is called Fengus, and again is a normal kill. Nothing in particular you need to know in way of tactics. Right, that's the third boss down. A little bit more trash to run through here before you can head through the doors into the next part of the dungeon. Again, if you look at just the design of this part of the dungeon, on this side of the little square, you can just see again how well designed it is. Anyway, into the Halls of Destruction. A few more trash here. Basically, it's mostly ogres in this dungeon. A few Void Walker-y type mobs here. And some more ogres with big axes. I do think this dungeon's pretty impressive, as I do with all the Dire Maul ones, apart from possibly the first. First Wing's one of my least favourite dungeons of all time, actually. Other than that, it's all very, very impressive. Right, boss number 4, Guard slip back. Basically, there's a trap on the floor there, which, I mean, we've decided not to do it here, but if you fix it, it freezes him, which is quite impressive. Otherwise, it's a normal kill. Quite a large dungeon this compared to some, but yeah, it still remains the interest because of the spread out of the different bosses and the idea of the storyline, and also there's quests spread out through it, as you'll see here in a second. There's a quest giver on the right. You have to take out a few more of these trash so that we can get to him. So if we pick up this quest, called the Gordok Ogre suit, it tells you need an item which you get from what appears to be sort of on the place where we are. It's actually up the ramp. So you take out the trash that are in the way. Up the ramp, more trash up here. There's the object. Right, you want the ogre. Pick up the ogre tannin, and this actually pulls another mob down who yells no there. Here he comes running down. So you want to take out all of this trash. Once that's done, you can jump down here and go and hand the quest in. And the reward for this quest is a bunch of XP and a Gordok Ogre suit, which if you put on, you can actually use to skip one of the bosses, because you trick him. So anyway, if you run back up afterwards, and continue to take the next lot of trash. Here, and at the end of the room is the boss that I was talking about that you can skip if you put the quest ogre suit on, but we're going to take it just to show you what the fight's like. This boss is called Captain Kromcrush, and isn't quite a normal fight, which makes a change from the last few, because at 50% health he summons 2 elite guards to help him out, which is just fairly normal ads. It's probably easiest just to focus on the boss and then kill the ads afterwards. You can also use this ability called Frightening Shout, which fears the whole party, so it might be best for Seamus to use totems to go against that. Yeah, here come the 2 ads. But otherwise it's a fairly simple normal fight. Just take down the ads now. Just a few more trash now before the last two bosses, which are situated together in the centre there. Which include, obviously, the last boss, King Gordok, which you need for that quest you picked up at the beginning. The hyenas here to kill. We're just going to run forward and engage. Boss 6 and 7 together. That's Cho'Rush the Observer, which is boss 6, and King Gordok. Cho'Rush just helps Gordok in the fight, and is pretty much only spellcasting, does spells that aid Gordok, and he also does spells that damage the group, obviously. There's two ways. You can either deal with him first if you're soloing it, it's probably easier, but otherwise just go for Gordok. If you win the fight, when you kill Gordok, Cho'Rush becomes friendly and actually apologises for attacking you, because that's how ogres work, apparently. Gordok does a few moves. He does Berserker Charge, which is a charge and knockback, it does a bit of damage. Mortal Strike, which does 200% weapon damage and leaves target wounded, which reduces healing by 50% for 5 seconds. Sunder Armour, which reduces armour and stacks up to 5 times for 20 seconds. War Stomp is the last one he does, which does damage and a 4-second stun. And when you defeat him, you become the king of Dire Maul, because that's the way ogres work. Which is why all of the bosses beforehand become friendly, and you can go back, talk to them and get quests and things from them as well. Which is... the way ogres work is basically, if you defeat the old king, you become king and everyone worships you and throws praise at you and stuff. Obviously the only thing is you have to stay in Dire Maul then, because otherwise another ogre will just come along and take the king shape for himself. So yeah, that's Dire Maul Gordok Commons, the last and the hardest wing of all the Dire Maul. I've enjoyed actually the whole storyline run through this wing. I think this wing is probably the best of the three, even though the design in Capital Gardens is better. So yeah, here's a bit about the story if you talk to them. And if you hand the quest in here, you get the choice between 4 items, a bit gold and some XP. So thanks for watching and see you all next time, guys.